Alright, welcome everyone to today's episode of WorldBox World Domination. As you can see, we have here the battleground of League of Legends. Staying true to the game's nature, we only have two contestants today. To the left, the Kingdom. We shall call them the Blue Team, headed by the King Pitik. They have a territorial advantage, capturing both of the island during the development phase of the game. To the right, we have the Red Team, headed by King Puluki. They have a population advantage, despite the fact that they are lacking in terms of territories. Together, these two will fight against each other in a war to seize control over the entire world. Well, at least the entire map. That is the intention of, the game. To those who are new to this series that I'm hosting here, WorldBox World Domination, I will explain to you, as it is quite a special episode. Normally, we will have a WorldBox world. There will be kingdoms put on the map, either by me or by the map creator. I will let the kingdoms develop to the maximum size. That means no more colonizable land left open. For example, like this tile over here. Bam. In any case, well, that is, just how it should be. The other thing is the culture of each kingdom will be allowed to develop to the maximum level. For example, for the human, is it level 63 over here, you can see. And with a switch of a button, I will allow diplomacy random event to be turned on. This will cause the kingdom to declare war against each other. In the end, there should be one single kingdom remain on the map, and that will be the victory. The winner of the match. Alright, now that the game has already started, we shall fast forward a little bit to the point where the kingdoms declare war against each other. That should not take long. But, just to shorten the waiting time, I will put on Sonic Speed for now. As you can see, oh okay, that combat was against, mobs. As you can see here, the blue team does actually have control over several territory that is not on their side of the map. For example, this island and this little sliver of land here. Will that give them any advantage in the long run? I am not sure, but will be very interesting indeed, as the war has started. Alright. I will allow the time to flow at 3 times the normal speed. Alright, let's follow this commander here who is marching toward the enemy kingdom. Oh my god, look at this. The blue team has already made some insane decision here to capture the central column. Here, let me okay. You can see the blue team is trying to control over the central column here. They're destroying strategic buildings such as the tower, watchtower, or cannons. This watchtower is still left unopposed and it is being destroyed. Now it has been destroyed. Watchtowers are defensive structure built to basically deter the enemy from attacking. It will strike with arrows against any sort of invading armies. How effective that is, I am not sure. Right now, it seems that the blue team is having a lot of advantage here, and they have conquered the first town. Across the battlefield, it seems that the blue team is gaining a lot of ground here. Will the red team be able to leverage their... Oh, wow, it seems that they have lost quite a lot of population already. Well, let's hop back into the ground level again and see what is going on here. It seems that the blue team, with concentrated effort, has taken the red team by surprise, and they are just keep marching in to red team's territory with a very quick and easy battle going on here. However, here we can see the red team army is starting to pick up the pace, and they are currently crushing this invasion. But will it be able to turn the tide? I'm not sure. We look over to the map. It seems that the blue team has been able to make some steady advance into the red team territories. The red team, however, does seem to be taking back some of their lost territories. Back to the ground here, we can see that this farm here is being the center of... Oh my god, look at that! This soldier having blasted off the mountain. Or at least, you know, the dividing wall between the villages. And the village here has been reclaimed by the red team. The King Buluki has already been slain. 2 kings has been slain at a matter of a few days. Unbelievable. The red team has lost 2 of their leaders in such a short amount of time. Will this be a bad omen for them, or will they be able to you know, use that to their advantage, as revenge is now on the table? Archers are now shooting into the you know, farm here, trying to suppress any sort of melee attack. Meanwhile, these guys are like, who is this? This blue team soldier Shadir managed to kill 13 people, and he's dead. Alright, let's look over to the map. It seems that the red team, despite several successful attempts to regain, and of course even a successful invasion here, has not been doing so well over the top lane. Here we can see the blue army moving in to control this town. Now, of course, they can strike over into the headquarters here, the base of the red team. But you know, this is not a game of League of Legends, despite the map. So doing such a thing will probably not gain them any sort of advantage or win the game right away. They still need to take control over the entire territories. But having a lot more territories means that they will have a very big advantage. Look at this soldier, huh? They are shooting from across the wall against enemy ship. The blue team is still the one in the dominant position here, destroying towers. Now, because these kingdoms are of the same species, all human, they are not focusing on destroying farms or denying resource by destroying the mine here, because they will be able to utilize these resources to their advantage after they have conquered the territory, or at least annexed them into their territories. The red team has been focusing on securing the island, resourceful locations Well, they used to be. Now they're kind of barren and serve little purpose. Perhaps controlling of the island will give the red team an advantage over in the naval aspect, but considering that the entire map is more connected by land, I don't see that as a good investment. Right now the blue team is gaining even more ground here. Center column is a very contested location. The red team and the blue team have been in a tug of war over the mid. Here we can see this tower has secured that control over the mid for red team. Blue team has to retreat back across the bridge here. Right now the red team is at a severe disadvantage in terms of population. But if they were able to take over the top column here with the help of this enormous army, they might be able to turn the tide. Let me keep the music a little bit lower. Usually I wouldn't use well, here's a little bit of a tidbit. I usually won't use dubstep style music because it's not really my style, the kind of music I enjoy. But, you know, since this is a game of League of Legends after all, I try my best to use the game own music. And this is the only one that I can find that I think would be, I guess, fitting. I don't know. I don't play League of Legends, okay? It's like the contrarian things that I do. I don't play League of Legends. That's about it. Anyway, but I do keep up with you know, like what's going on. Well, not really. But I do know what the game is, basically. Yeah. Anyway, we can see that the back to the game, we can see that the blue team is gaining some advantage here in the jungle area. Considering that this location is quite resourceful. Most of this village does provide a lot of population after all. Taking control of these villages, we'll be able to support the blue team's army. Here we can see the blue team army is moving in to annex the next village. Completely unopposed. I'm not sure where the red team is. They're over here. I see. So the strategy of both sides is to avoid direct confrontation. Despite that, there are some war happening over here. Interesting environmental like obstacle over here, which is the cursed biome existence. Any sort of creature birthed into the cursed biome will carry the cursed mark on them. The cursed trait. Creature with the cursed trait, when they die, yeah, like this. When they die, they become a skeleton, hostile to any living beings. That could actually be used as an advantage in the war, as the enemy will have to kill your soldier twice as much. Look at this. I've already seen several skeletons being summoned here in the middle of combat, and they have already died. The blue team is currently having the population advantage after all, and you can see here very apparent that the blue team is using their population advantage to completely overpower any sort of resistance from the red. Fire damage has been ravaging though. Perhaps red team could take a few lessons here from this battle and apply it into the future combat strategy by throwing a lot of torches into the enemy formation. They might be able to inflict severe damage. Yes, destroy the tower. That cannon is doing some insane amount of disruption here. Oh, they're gearing for war. Red team have been caught by surprise yet again by a volley of attack from the archer. Oh. Red team thought that they could challenge the rule of the blue in this village completely unopposed after they destroyed the building here, the tower. But it just so happens that the blue team were advancing towards that location. This small village does not have too much strategic depth to it, aside from this one little port. But blue team is making an attempt to annex this location. Perhaps out of convenience. Not a good trade-off. Blue team just lost this bigger area here. Glossing over. Alright. Let's speed up the fight to ×5 normal. Okay. Red team is advancing from this area, from this little valley here. They are waiting. They are waiting for a time to strike, perhaps. But that waiting might be a little bit... Oh, it's an ambush! Look at this! They're ambushing the blue team. The red have already struck and annexed this village. What? What is this strategy? Hang on, look at this. Right? Okay. Red team was like waiting over here. The blue team come over here, only see a little bit of red team because the rest of the team has already moved on to the location here. What were they doing? Perhaps they were kind of baiting the blue team over to this fight as like a false attack, while they take over this village instead. But would that be a good trade-off though? Because they will lose this village. Alright, let's look over here. Yeah, not a good trade-off at all. This location is even more contested. There are 2 squads from the blue team appearing out of nowhere, and they are crushing the red team invasion force like an empty carton box sat on top by a very heavy person. That's a terrible allegory. Oh, look at that amazing throw by the red team. That cannon has disrupted the formation of the red team, and they are retreating to their side of the border. Meanwhile, the blue team is completely taking over this jungle area. Red team trying to use the advantage of the terrain here to strike the blue team from across the mountain, but it's not going so well as the blue team has discovered their location and completely removed that squad. Not even the cannon could stop it, although the cannon and of course the fire damage has been able to eliminate a lot of the blue team's soldiers. Perhaps the best strategy could be to lure the enemy into a cannon range. These soldiers are still burning from the last attack, but they does not seem to be stopping. This building is burning. This whole area is burning. Good lord, look at the amount of soldiers. And they are spreading the fire even more by concentrating into one area. This is bad for the blue team. If this much soldier dies from one single fire, it's gonna be devastating for the bottom lane attack. But wow, look at the look onto the entire map here. We can see that the blue team has completely cornered the red team. No amount of, well, will this? I don't think this this little squad here can manage to make a difference here, as the blue team has already moved in to this location to contest. Kind of like a, you know, capture the hill kind of objective here. The blue team has cornered the red team here, and they are attacking into the base itself. What is the red team army doing? Well, they has been killed off, the most of them. We have one single soldier here, an archer, who is not doing much of anything. I'm not sure, has it affected, or is he just like, you know, having shell shock? At this point, victory is almost guaranteed for the blue team. The army has made it into the capital, the base itself, and the feeble army defending the capital is no longer in any shape to repel such an attack from all corners. Look at this. Unfortunately for the red team, there's no function of surrendering. There's only destruction of the leadership of the red team, and it is over. So the blue team has finally been able to turn the tide. The 100-person, you know, population advantage for the blue team at the beginning does not seem to make, I mean, for the red team does not seem to make any difference. And the blue team managed to take that advantage, that surprise attack from the beginning, and run with it, carrying the momentum from beginning to end. Well, that's gonna be it for the episode today. I hope that you guys enjoy this little, you know, it's cool map here, and you do like, and of course press a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.